Yard line. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. On play action, now Carr. He's got a man, it's his fullback. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, looking for Waddle, but this is intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Carson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. And he is going to be out of bounds well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Seahawks nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. Flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. 71 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Card out a throw. It's a screen to Richard. And he's got some space here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
Second and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing his car on third down. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there for the Raiders.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line. Gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Jacobs will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. Throwing now is Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards there to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Lockett the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Carson. Powers through him. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Raiders.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Play action. Now it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down now, Richard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. On play action, it's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He was trying to get it that time to Bryan Edwards, but it'll be second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Carr gives to Richard. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Seahawks 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's complete to Swain. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It got his man complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs takes it in from a yard out. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Seahawks 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Lockett the return. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. On 1st down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Lockett the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Play action. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And this will go to Carson out wide. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now Wilson on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 27. They run it with Carson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off.
Touchdown! Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Now a play fake. Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Carr going to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On first down, Carson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Quentin Jefferson gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Edwards. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Seahawks 31. Game
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Lockett the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole.
Under pressure, they got him again. Max Crosby in there to drop him at sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Wilson. Buying time to his left. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and 9, Carr flushed out right. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he gets it down to the 32. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. Uses the stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 56 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mariota going to run the option right. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to keep this again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now Mariota. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Hey, zero. I'm here all day.
Now Wilson. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing now is Wilson. Flush to his right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
14. Alert.
Wilson to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. so they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-free.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there for the Raiders. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the Raiders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
You know it. What's my name?
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Right back to him on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. Gets around him. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle. Pushing his way through. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Mitchell. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds McKinnon complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Second down, McKinnon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The solid stiff arm. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room.
They're not even trying to do
Touchdown, 49ers.
anything.
George Kittle, 79 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he goes out right around the 39.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. On play action, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he stopped immediately there. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and long. And he's going to go down again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And going deep for Hill. Touchdown! It's complete. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they?
And for most defenses, it's a very uncomfortable, in a lot of ways, unfamiliar spot because points are
fights through and now a crease. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now a play fake. Garoppolo.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position?
Touchdown, 49ers! Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call in the second half, let's go back out to Brandon in charge.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down now, a run with McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He'll let this go for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago? Now Garoppolo lost the football. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Mahomes going to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Trucks over him. Oh, and Nelson spaced that way. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Mitchell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers are back within a score. Now Gold for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Jason Durant running down. A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Chiefs.
Back now here in Santa Clara. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Maurice Hurst gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the doors.
Touchdown! That's caught. Deebo Samuel, 31 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run once more with McKinnon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Forced out to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. McKinnon. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with McKinnon, and he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Butker now to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
42.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
sight that many call the loudest in the NFL. We are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 85 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. It's brought in by Wilson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Prescott now. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Off the play fake, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone. Play action now, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. taken at about the 1. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Dancing to his left. And he is out up around the 15-yard line.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
On first down, McKinnon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On first down, Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down. McKinnon. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. These 2 teams all tied after 1. On first down, McKinnon. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. being chased out left. Space to run past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
On third down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now as he gets to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try with McKinnon, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott from the gun. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Prescott yet again. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline now for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right,
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Eluding the pressure right. A dump down to McKinnon. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. McKinnon now going to try the left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Mahomes now on first down. Dancing to his left. Past the 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And they'll run again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 3 tight ends up front here. Third and goal. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Mahomes takes it himself. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. Now this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Prescott off play action. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A first down carry by Elliott. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Throwing. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off just shy of midfield. one-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On play action, Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 43 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Mahomes will throw for it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That one complete to Elliott. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on first down. Elliott going to get it again on second down. Elliott a first down and more. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Pollard.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal now as they look for that final. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Well, I tell you, Ezekiel Elliott, I mean, he is just built like a bowling ball, and he powered his way into the end zone there.
I love that description of him because when you think about Zeke, you think about lower body strength and those legs churning and creating extra yardage.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. Runs over him. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Prescott to throw. Rolling to his left. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And some room to work. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now Zerline on and the extra point.